Hi everyone, Dr. Knackstedt. My husband sent me this article when I was operating late on a Friday and wanted to know my opinion about it and thought it would be interesting to discuss on social media. So what this study looked at, it was done in Canada, and it looked at patients who were done pre-weekend with their surgery versus those that were done post-weekend with their surgery. And what they found in a very, very large study of over 400,000 patients was that those individuals who had their surgery pre-weekend had a higher rate of death, complications, and readmission versus those with their surgery done post-weekend. Now, I'll have to say, even though it did reach statistical significance, the odds ratios were not at all impressive. The odds ratios ranged from 1.05 to 1.12. If you know anything about statistics, those are not super exciting odds ratios, but still it was statistically significant. Why do you think this is? I don't really have an answer, but I have some thoughts. One is, sometimes as a surgeon, if I know that I have a really complicated case, and for me, those are my microsurgical cases, where I'm worried about needing to take them back to surgery on post-op day 1 or 2, sometimes I strategically do those on a Friday because it is just easier for me to deal with an acute complication on a Saturday when I typically don't have any work obligations versus during the week when I might have a full day of clinic or a full operative day. So are surgeons doing that? Are they scheduling more difficult cases for later in the week when they know that they have the weekend to deal with complications? Are patients self-selecting for dates towards the end of the week versus the beginning of the week? Are patients not adhering to post-operative restrictions if they have their surgery on a Friday and say go home over the weekend? I don't know the answer, and this paper really didn't have any objective answers, just some speculations. But I think even though it wasn't super exciting odds ratios, I still think it's an interesting idea to discuss. Did you have your surgery on a pre-weekend versus post-weekend date? And if so, did you have a complication? Do you think the day of the week impacted that? If so, let me know below.